Hello everyone! That's just so weird to talk in English in front of the camera, but I really wanted to do this. I already know that it will be a struggle for me to edit this video because I just can't stand my voice when I'm speaking in English, and my voice is even worse today because I have a cold. In August, yeah, life is amazing. I'm here with my coffee because for once I just wanted to do a video when I will talk about a subject which is a serious subject, as you can see in the title. It's not that serious, I mean it's not that dramatic, it's just normal. Please don't judge my English, I'm not a native English speaker, I'm French. I guess you already know this is my French accent. And to be honest, the video is not about my English skills, it's about another subject. First of all, maybe I need to explain to you why I wanted to do this video in English, because it's the first one I'm doing in English on my channel. Maybe it will be the first and the last one, actually, I don't know. But the first thing is I miss talking in English, that's all. Because since I'm back in France, I'm not talking in English at all, except with my Londoners friends when they send me vocals and when they call me, hi Kasha, hi Ariam. If you see this video, thank you, because you helped me practice in my English. But anyway, I wanted to do this video to speak English even more. And the most important thing is this video will be very personal, like the most personal video I've ever done on my channel, because usually the video I made are about books or about other subjects which is not directly linked to me, myself, and the way I think. And to be honest, when I think about all the things I want to say in this video, everything comes in my mind in English, because I never talk about this subject to anyone in France, and the only person I talk about this was an English speaker, so I guess, yeah, that's why I wanted to do this in English. And also, let's be honest, most of the people that I know in France are not going to watch this video when they will notice that it's not in French, and I'm really happy about this, because maybe some things that I would say in the video will hurt their feelings, maybe. I hope not. I mean, there's nothing mean in this video, but I don't want to hurt anyone. Now let's talk about the subject. I know that's why you're here. Sorry for this long introduction. I'm so bad with introductions, so sorry. Does post-travel depression exist? First of all, I wanted to say that I know that depression is a huge word. Maybe it's too huge for this video and too serious for this video, because I don't want this video to be so sad and so depressing. Depression is a serious disease. I'm not suffering from depression. I just couldn't find a proper word to express myself, to express how I feel. And to be honest, post-travel depression is the kind of expression that exists to define what I feel now. I mean, what I kind of feel. So I don't know if it's really clear. I don't want to hurt any people who would really feel depressed. To sum up the thing, I just came back from 1 year in London, where we just decided to go with one of my friends to find work. I used to say that it was for improve my English. It wasn't the only reason. The thing is, I really needed to live my whole life for a year. I was just so disappointed in a lot of things in France. I was in the state of mind of disappointment when I decided that I wanted to live in England, because I was disappointed. And actually, between the day I decided to go and the day I actually go, it has been a year, because I needed to finish my degree. During this period of time I met my boyfriend, and everything was going better, I guess, but I still wanted to leave. But when I met him, I told him, okay, let's be honest, I will leave soon. I mean, I will leave in 9 months, I think. Yeah, I met him 9 months before leaving. If you want, we can start something, but I will leave anyway. And he was just amazing, and he said, okay, you will leave, I will wait for you. And he waited for me, so that's amazing. That's the best part of my story. Living in London was, to be honest, the best experience I ever had in my life. I grew up from that. I changed in a good way, I think. I feel so blessed because I had the opportunity to do something like that in my life. But just the only problem is that now that I live that, I feel so freaking sad. I know I'm lucky. I should be really, really happy about what I live, but it's not really like that. It's not really how I feel. I mean, I kind of feel that I'm lucky, that I'm happy, but at the same time I feel so sad. Let's be honest, when I was in London, my self-confidence was like boosted to 100% because I was surrounded by so many amazing people. I was just feeling like it was where I belonged, which is pretty weird. I never felt like I was belonging anywhere. And when I was in London, I was feeling so great and so well surrounded by really great people. I was just so natural with people. Like, I feel like people liked me for who I really was. And also I was really interested in people. And since I'm back here, it's like back to normal. Like, I'm not really interested in people. Like, oh my god, that sounds awful. That sounds like I'm the worst person ever. No, the thing is, I'm working in a company here in France. I'm working in Decathlon. I don't know if you know that, but anyway, it's not really important. But I'm working in a company where there is new people every day, and I'm not really interested in getting to know them, which is terrible. I'm pretty sure they're amazing as well, but I'm not really interested. I was like that before going to London. I didn't want to open up to anyone, but I thought that being open in London would make me be open in France when I'll be back, but no, it didn't change anything. In France, I always feel like I'm not 100% myself, except with my closest friend, with my boyfriend, and maybe with my sister, because to be honest, my sister is the only member of my family who knows everything about me. Because, you know, you always keep secret from your dad and your mom. That's just like that. They don't know everything about you and your life. I guess it's a normal thing. When I was in London, I was convinced that I will be back in France thinking, okay, now you're stronger than ever. Your experience was amazing. But actually, that's not what happened. Since I'm back, I was like, I was so strong when I was in London. And now that I'm back here, everything is just back to normal. I'm not that strong. I'm just the same as I was before. I'm just even sadder, to be honest, because I'm always thinking about how I was when I was in London and how I'm not like that anymore. Because I guess I was expecting too much. I was expecting to getting more attention from people around me in France. I was expecting them to be so happy that I would be back, and they were happy, but not as much as I was expecting them to be. So yeah, that's my fault. I'm expecting too much all the time. That's the problem of my life. I was expecting more attention from my family, for example. Like, when I was in London, they were all like, oh, Enza, we left in London, who got an amazing job in London and blah blah blah. And now everything is back to normal. It's Enza who was in London, okay, but I'm just like the same old boring person now. And I don't know if you know this feeling, but I feel like I was closer to my family when I was actually away. I was away, I was always calling them and explaining my whole life and what I was living, and they were like, oh my god, that's amazing, you're in London, blah blah blah. And now I'm just here living with them, having nothing to say because my life is not really interesting those days. And I think that's what is the worst for me now. I know they love me, like they love me as much as they loved me when I was in London. I love them so much as well, but I just feel like they will never understand how I feel. Sorry, this video is so messed up, like there is no organization at all. I don't want this video to be so depressing. There is some positive aspect. For example, I realized who my real friends are. I kind of knew who were my friends before leaving, but it's just confirmed what I thought. My relationship with my boyfriend is even stronger than it was before, and that's amazing. That's the amazing part. And I will be alright. It's just that I have a lot of ups and downs since I'm back here. And I think that the thing with the most difficult for me to accept is the fact that I'm not alone anymore. And because the thing is, when I was in London, the only thing I had to think about was me, myself, and I. And also making dinner for Eva sometimes, but It's alright. I didn't have any responsibilities toward anyone except, okay, maybe at work, to my boss, but it's okay, it's work. And yeah, I just have to think about me, think about Eva sometimes and Audrey, but that's all. I mean, I could be selfish and then like I could only think about myself. And now that I'm back, I have so many responsibilities, like being a good daughter, being a good friend, being a good girlfriend, being a good sister, and I'm like, that's too much, like too much. Soon I will have to be a good student. I don't know, I'm pretty nervous about that as well. I really miss London, and I guess I'm sad also because I miss it. I miss my friends there, I miss this feeling of freedom, but I know it will be okay in the future. The reason why I'm doing this video is because I was hoping that maybe someone out there who is watching me have been through this. Like, I guess I'm not the only one. You know, the post-travel depression is something that actually exists. I actually read a lot of things about this, so I know a lot of people live that. But I wanted you to tell me about your experience in the comments. Tell me how you feel, if you feel better now, if you have some advice to maybe cheer me up. The feeling I have since I'm back is that, you know, when you're surrounded by a lot of people but you feel so alone, that's what I feel, because I'm with a lot of people since I'm back, and sometimes I'm actually have a lot of fun, but sometimes I'm just there and I'm like not there. That's sad, but actually it's like a good sadness because I lived an amazing experience. I guess that's always like that when you live in an amazing experience, right? You just miss it after. Anyway, it was my choice to come back. I decided to come back. I will study something that I'm really interested in since so many years, and I'm really excited to start to study this. And going back to university will help me to just think about something else, and I think it will get better in the future. Oh, also, I wanted to share a quote. It expresses exactly how I feel right now. It's, "You will never be completely at home again because part of your heart will always be elsewhere. That is the price you pay for the richness of loving and knowing people in more than one place." That's exactly how I feel. Why did I do this video? I should just say this quote and just cut the video, because it's exactly how I feel right now. Thank you so much for watching this video until the end. I hope someone is there, because this video was completely messed up. As always, you will find all the link in the description box there. If you want to find me on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, everything. Usually I'm posting my video in French, but I always had English subtitles, so do not hesitate to subscribe. It would be amazing. And yeah, thank you again for watching. Bye!